Not the best watch for value, but it's not entirely a Swiss Bolex for a change. I really feel that I've found a great watch that's not a G-Shock, otherwise this video would end now. I've found a watch that simply does enough. It'll also not turn you into an arrogant swatch snob. You see, the foundry and base to any watch is down to your own personal taste, so I need to crack this down to simple complications of time and date only. I feel this watch I've found has it all. It really does. A watch presents time, but it also needs to look classic and timeless, and most of all, good looking. It's company, it's your cheerleader, and maybe just to make you feel complete, or cover a scar. Stainless is classic. Modern carbon composite is for that time and moment only, and will become dated, while stainless is set in steel. That's my humour. The size needs to please all, so I've gone for a 40.8mm, 45.2 with the crown. The extra 0.8 is most important, especially if you like Bolex's new releases. Bracelet that can take your body form. 5 across links make the ends solid, with the centres fold over, keeping the weight down. Light no fuss end links too, and of course the drop from the lug to lug needs to fall vertically for those with girly wrists. Security can never be enough, so add a securing clasp that has been designed correctly using spring pins with rounded ends. This is brushed for a reason, so it doesn't get scratched. Also to add a little attention to detail. There is now 2 deployments revealed, which need to be pushed at the same time to release and expose the fold-over clasp. This has been designed with strength to mind, so don't diss it just yet. And to those who say milled clasps are usually wrong, unless it's from Patek Philippe. They are mostly all pressed, if you didn't know. You see these lumps here and here? This adds rigidity, and this lip here makes it unbendable. I can say that word better. And instead of riveting the locking post, they've kept it to one piece. You see, it's the little details in construction that make it great, and there's no point making something just to look nice. It needs to function over many years of use. Screw down caseback for you diving pirates, big crown for the queens, and it's screw down too, just in case you're a diving queen pirate pervert. Now, there is a bezel. I thought I'd surprise you with that now at this point in the video. And yes, it turns 120 orgasmic clicks, gripped using these large Lego blocks, with more clicks than you'll need, as one is probably plenty in the office. Blue for cool, red for the lovers, with minute markers for those who just want precision for their boiled eggs. I can no longer perform video trickery, so from here on I just have to reveal what this watch is. Don't spoil it in the comment section. This is a Seiko Kinetic Sport 200. I'm just reading the dial, not pretending to know. Going geek, it's the 5M43-0A49. That could be AO, but it's OA. What it could be. The dial was packed with all things that tick boxes square on. Applied Seiko logo. Even has an applied Kinetic logo. That's inspired from Seiko only. And it doesn't have automatic or Prospex on the dial. So pleased about that. And being it's Kinetic, it will only please those who are quartz the most like me. It also has a rotor for those who are old-fashioned and want dinosaur spinning noise on the go. Iconic diver hour markers are blinged with chrome edging, and this is carried onto the hour and minute hands, with the second hand finished in matte. Even the date window has been dressed with a chrome edge, and it all glows, including the pip. For a good Seiko amount of time. Depth is important, but 200 meters isn't where most will go. So to the watch face instead, and the chapter ring gives this side of depth, and it's all covered with a sapphire crystal. Well, it's Seiko's version, named Saphex. That's a mix of hardlex with a topping of sapphire, more scratch resistant without the brittle biscuit. And for those who love buttons, here at the 2 o'clock position is something to push. Press once gives you a reading that doesn't really explain the battery level using the second hand. Press again, it now acts as a percentage indicator. So for an example, pressing the button at 12 o'clock twice will use the dial as the percentage. So if the hand spins 360 degrees, then that's fully charged. Anything less is a percentage of 100. Lesson over. It's that simple. This watch captures the past, and it's still presented as looking classic since being released back in 1996 as the SKJ. Unlike other homage watches to Bolex subs, this at least has the Seiko design the most, and maybe Bolex made the most noticeable diving watches with their subs, and with a benchmark in design set so high, it will always be the watch compared to when design is so close. But Seiko have played well in their approach, using a 1945 Bolex Jubilee design. Why not reap from a desired style that works? But one big factor is that this SKJ isn't going to take a divorce case towards you. You'll have all that subdivision without the cost, but with a shake it'll have that automatic brace, but with a power reserve of up to 6 months instead of a few days. Creating the ultimate watch isn't easy. Not easy at all. But owning a watch that covers the important needs without making you feel robbed is the side that keeps you realistic to ground, as it's you that will see it the most, unless making videos like these. There's too many micro brands all hitting on the sub side, and it all seems like the lazy way to the first steps of the ladder train. But when creating a homage with your own style, it's either going to end up as a bad homage, or it'll create its own way, and this SKJ has done that job perfectly. To me, it's more Seiko. Now, what happens when a homage to Seiko is created? This is when you've successfully made a design timeless. Agree or disagree, but disliking this SKJ would seem you're already on a divorce. So hope your Bolex is worth it. Thanks for watching. M43-0A49. That could be a O. O-A? A-O. O-R-O. O-A. That could be a O.